My guest tonight is the Emmy-winning star of the insanely popular series, The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel. Now you can see her in 2 projects. Good God, streaming on Amazon Prime. The new movie, I'm Your Woman, and the very funny Yearly Departed. Please welcome Rachel Brosnahan. Rachel, thanks for being here.
Thank you for having me.
I'm amazed that you're here promoting 2 projects at a time when it's impossible for people to make anything. So I tip my cap to you if I had a cap.
Thank you. I'm just so insanely grateful to have something to talk about besides politics, the weather, and the dumpster fire of a planet right now.
Yeah, I'm thrilled. I just saw this picture today because you posted it, but that you are still able to be. You guys are making more of Marvelous Mrs. Maisel, and you posted this picture that I want to show of you. Now, it looks like you're in an oxygen tent. This is you working, I guess, in some kind of a bubble. This allows you to stay safe. Is that true?
Yeah, that is a brilliant invention by our COVID safety team. It's a HEPA filtered umbrella, and we are taking pitches for the name. So please submit anything and everything to us.
Yeah, this is called a celebrity bubble. That's what it is.
Yes,
we're
yep,
all
exactly.
in our. I just think they should still have award shows, but everyone should have to walk down the carpet in one of these. Like,
please.
Wouldn't that be kind of interesting and fun?
Yes, those are the words that I would use.
Thanks for playing along with that. I'm really looking forward to a time when I feel like I think we all feel this way, like it's close, the vaccine is out there, we don't know when we're going to get it, but at least we think maybe sometime in the next couple of months. So, yes, there's light at the end of the tunnel, I promise you.
I mean, I said dumpster fire of a planet, but that was a little bit further in the past today. Like you said, I think, especially yesterday, I feel hopeful.
Yeah.
There is definitely light at the end of the tunnel.
No, it's nice. It's nice. We're sitting in the backseat of a car, and now it feels like at least someone with a driver's license is behind the wheel. So,
yes,
that's a little bit the feeling that I have these days. I know, like, it's so hard for all of us to do anything fun during this quarantine. My family and I, we had this idea, which is we'd take a road trip and literally just stay in our car as much as possible. And I know that you did something kind of like that. You and your husband got in an RV. Is that right?
Yeah, we had the same thought, and that was a way that we actually traveled. You mentioned Yearly Departed. We were traveling from New York to LA to shoot Yearly Departed, and wanted to figure out how to do that as safely as possible and to arrive in one piece. Mm-hmm. But yes, we had the same thought.
You took a picture that you also posted, and I think this is your husband in the RV, chilling out. Looks like he's having his breakfast, and then for some reason there's a cardboard cutout of you behind him in the RV. What's all that about?
Yeah, so we wrapped Yearly Departed. Some of our producing partners on the project, a company called Dun and Dusted, they produced the Emmys. And if you remember at the Emmys, the audience was filled with cardboard cutouts. Yep. So my wrap gift was my cardboard cutout, which was swiftly defaced with all kinds of, PPE and other things that I will leave for the imagination. And so we, what does one do with a cardboard cutout of yourself? It's like, I can't throw it out. That feels wrong. And so we brought her with us, and she haunted us in the RV in our dreams, and now she's still here in my apartment somewhere.
Yeah, it's weird. I mean, first of all, you ask, what does one do with a cardboard cutout of yourself? I know the answer to that question. I've been having them made for years, and I just love hugging myself. I've had a cardboard cutout of myself, and I've thoroughly enjoyed it in every possible way because I'm a narcissist. But you guys look like you're having fun with it because you've been taking these pictures. I don't know if this is you or your husband around the house, but I really love the ones where, like, this is you, I guess, leaning in with your dog.
Yeah.
Or a dog. Unless he's a cardboard cutout too. I don't know.
Improper PPE usage, I have to point out.
Yes, that's nice.
Yes, that's Winston. He's confused.
You've got one here that of just you It looks like just with bottles of alcohol, just chilling.
Right on the town.
Yeah. And then my favorite, though, I like any peeking photo. This, to me, that's the best use of a cardboard cutout. There's nothing better than it in the background just peeking out. To me, I don't know. To me, that's the finest use of any cardboard cutout, is just peering out a little bit.
I really screwed up not placing her back here for this interview. Yeah, I think, we've reached the point in lockdown life where we've been together for many, many months. We're getting our kicks from hiding the cardboard cutout of me around the house and trying to scare each other. It works. It's frightening.
You know what you should do is just have it looking out the window, because burglars will always think you're at home. So that's not a bad idea.
That's an excellent idea. It's also a great way to let everyone know where I live.
Yeah, I did. As I was saying it, I remembered, oh, right, she's really famous. That's a bad idea.
I don't know about really famous, but like the people who care would know where it is.
Trust me. You've achieved a certain level of fame where it's not a deterrent to have a cardboard cutout of you peering out of your New York apartment.
Great idea.
So yeah.
Well, it's that thing where you're like, I mean, I can't ask you because you love your cardboard cutouts. I think she's overstayed her welcome, but I'm struggling with the idea of like cutting her into small pieces and putting her in a garbage bag.
That sounds creepy and wrong.
Yeah.
And I would say send her to me, but that's again the wrong message. My wife would ask questions.
And wronger.
Every idea I have is worse than the previous idea. So let's just pretend I haven't said anything. One thing, I don't know about you, but I am finding out in this time at how terrible I am at tech, because in addition to making the shows, I do podcasts and Zoom sessions with writers, and they're always trying to talk me through how to get on my computer. Yeah. And I've come to realize at this later stage in my life that I'm awful. I'm the worst. Yeah. How are you at this?
Terrible. And I have no excuse. I was born in the age of not born. I lived a young life in the age of the internet. I feel like more is expected from me than this.
I have an excuse. I was born in 1944. The computer, I saw my first computer. I had the steam powered kind that you could crank in college. And so this is newer to me. You have no excuse. You have no excuse for being bad at tech.
But it's changing so fast. I feel like I'm in this time, I'm getting a crash course in how every grandparent has felt for the last 20 some odd years.
Right.
But there's so many different platforms. There's so many ways to screw it up. I accidentally got a new computer and was trying to, put all the old stuff on the new thing and accidentally disposed of a bunch of important files, just permanently deleted them, the things that run the thing off the computer. I don't know how to send, I can't believe I'm about to say this. I don't know how to send emails from a computer. I only know how to
wait a minute. That's just, wait a minute. No, that's, yes.
Like I can
yes,
do
you
it.
can. Yes, you can.
I can do it. But the way that it's displayed and the chains, and I can't figure out how to respond to the right email in the chain. And it's bad. It's really bad.
I'm sorry. You are worse than I thought. I can send an email and receive an email. That's about it. That's all I can do. But the fact that you're struggling with that means there's other issues.
I have 13,000 unread emails, so it's reaching a dire breaking point over here.
Do you have people in your family, like, are your parents, like my dad actually is really up there, but he's pretty good at a computer. My mother never even tried. Is your mom any good at this stuff?
I was just about to say, so my dad right there with me, my mom, undercover internet sleuth. Like undercover could maybe work for the government level of internet sleuth. She has, some kind of wicked Google alert out there on me. She sees everything and anything most of the time before I've seen it or become aware of it. My mother, though, has started doing this thing where she finds everything, but she knows that I don't know how to find most of it. So she will, for example, if somebody is being quite rude about an outfit that I wore on a red carpet, you know, she takes that kind of personally, and I think she wants to help me. So she'll call me and she'll go, you know, Rachel, I thought you looked so beautiful last night. I loved your dress. I loved the color. I just thought that maybe if you had worn a different shoe, say a strappy sandal or a bracelet, a different accessory, it would have really popped. Meanwhile, I'm getting simultaneously tweeted at by the website going, if she just worn a different shoe, a strappy sandal or a bracelet. And I'm like, mother.
Yes, mother. First of all, I love that you call her mother. Mother, exactly. Please. Mother. I can top that with, because my mother back in the day, and she wouldn't get this off the internet, but she would read things in the paper that were not nice about me. And then she would call me and she'd say, well, I don't care. And it was stuff that I would not have seen, because I'm probably like you. I don't read stuff about myself, you know?
Yeah,
and
especially not the mean stuff.
Exactly. And my mother, who was well-intentioned, would call me up and go, well, I don't care what they say. I don't think you're shrill and unfunny. I'd be like, oh, no. Mom, I didn't know. And she'd be like, well, apparently the Boston Herald Tribune thinks so, but that's the last time I read their paper. And I'm like, well, okay, now I know too, and I feel like shit. So everybody's happy. Everybody's content.
I am glad for that reason. I know it enough, unfortunately, to see the mean tweets and the good tweets, and, you know, to have figured out that they all cancel each other out. But it's got to be so hard for parents. It's got to be so hard for parents, no matter who you are or what you do. If you're public facing in any way, people are going to be mean.
Oh, I know. I don't know how. I mean, first, you know, if I have two kids who are 17 and 15, and if someone wrote something mean about them, they're not in the public eye. But if I even heard about saying something mean about them, I'd go crazy. Yeah. My parents seemed oddly okay with it.
No one could be meaner than they were.
So much to talk about. First of all, I love this project, Yearly Departed. I know that you had to shoot this during the pandemic. That's why you had to get in an RV, drive across the country to shoot this in New York. And you shot it in different rooms, but with very talented people. Is that right?
Yeah, absolutely. It's a testament to all these incredible women's talent that they were able to do this under the circumstances that they had to. Yearly Departed is a comedic sending off for the year 2020. We're saying goodbye and good riddance to 2020. And we had a bunch of incredibly funny women delivering these eulogies for the year, for funny things that we've lost this year. And they had to do it most of the time, these amazing stand-ups, to cardboard cutouts in the audience. We're back on the cardboard cutout train.
Yeah.
But they were amazing. They were so funny. It was really a technical feat, pulled off by so many women in front of and behind the camera, and men who support them. And it was an incredible experience. We'd have somebody, we'd have Tiffany Haddish on one stage delivering her eulogy for casual sex, and on the other stage, a number of comedians with earbuds in, watching on a screen, reacting on a green screen, and it was all composed together in post-production.
Yeah.
You had one of my favorite moments is Tiffany, actually, our head writer and one of our producers, Bess Kalb, was feeding things off camera for Tiffany to respond to. And I think she said something like, just dance, you're having a great time, dance, Tiffany. And she was like, cool. And, just went for it in full Tiffany fashion. And she was like, what am I dancing to? And it's Bess going, Christina Aguilera singing I Will Remember You. And Tiffany just crumbled into laughter, could not stop laughing.
Not really a high-octane tune, yeah.
Yeah, every time she got a grip, would crumble into laughter again. Everyone was in stitches. It was at such a weird time, and for how strange it was to shoot, the most fun.
Yeah, but
what
I love about the project is you're taking, and I think that is the magic of these times, is you and all these very talented women are taking this very, just the worst year any of us can remember. And I always say that knocking wood, like I let's hope that, I think things are getting better, but you're making something positive out of it, and it is so hard to do comedy. I mean, we have a bunch of cardboard cutouts in our theater, and there's no energy to feed off of. And so I was really impressed because a bunch of these women are giving performances where they're getting that energy from somewhere. There's not an insane audience right there feeding it to them, but they're channeling it somehow, which I'm very impressed by that.
Me too. I mean, I can't imagine how hard it's been for you, but it's so important. We needed to heal through laughter from this year that affected so many people for so many different reasons, and it was such a treat. It really was, and I'm so grateful to all those women for giving it their all. We were shocked by how some of those amazing performances came together. How you really, I mean, I don't think you can feel that nobody was really in the same room at the same time. It was very cool.
I also want to say that, I mean, clearly there's Yearly Departed, but you're also talking about you're here to talk about I'm Your Woman. This is a movie that was, I'm guessing, made or shot primarily, was it before the pandemic? And so, and it's a gripping story. It's an intense story. It's such a different project from Yearly Departed, but it's cool to be out here right now talking about two very different, concepts, very different types of entertainment.
Yeah, I mean, that's the dream as an actor, to be able to work with such different and equally talented groups of people, to be able to play such different roles. I mean, I'm absolutely still pinching myself, but I'm Your Woman, for very different reasons, was an incredible experience to be able to work with art director Julia Hart, my fellow producer on the project Jordan Horwitz, Arinze Kene, Marsha Stephanie Blake, who I've been friends with for a number of years. It's been an embarrassment of riches, but we had an incredible time on I'm Your Woman, shooting pre-pandemic with these two amazing babies. It's a kind of reclaiming of a 70s crime drama through a bit more of a modern lens, and swinging the camera on the women's on a woman's experience, and on sort of the characters who are primarily on the fringes of those traditional dramas.
You know what's interesting is we're about to show this clip, which is you sort of finding out that you have to go on. Back in my day we called it on the lam, because as I said, I'm from the 40s. But you have to go on the run, and I was just, one of the things that anyone who's had a toddler knows, it's one thing to go on the run in fear for your life. And this is, in this scene, you're being told you pretty much have to go into hiding, and that your husband's disappeared. He might be involved in some very dark stuff. You don't know what's happened to him. But the idea of going through that situation is bad enough. And you're doing this scene while holding a toddler. And I just think, going on the run, I will go on the run for my life. I will not take a toddler with me. That's where I would draw the line.
It wouldn't have been easy for Gene. It wasn't easy to shoot, but it was really important to our director, Julia, to have a real baby there.
Yes.
To make that experience feel as real as possible. Well, for me, for Gene, and for the audience.
I love this scene because you're finding out your life has been turned upside down. You got to go on the run. You got to go into hiding. And the whole time I'm just watching you, their character, and you hold this baby. And I think, oh my God, I've been through that. No, I couldn't go through that.
He picked up a lot of forks during the shooting of that scene.
All right.
Many forks were thrown.
Let's take a look. I know, and upstaging, never perform with a dog or a baby, they say. Never do it.
You will lose.
Here's a clip. Let's show a clip right now from I'm Your Woman.
So I'm supposed to live, you don't know where, for you don't know how long, and also you don't know if Eddie's okay. Just let me call him. Let him be the one to explain it.
You can't.
You're talking about my husband.
No one knows where he is. You can't call him because no one knows where he is.
Is anybody looking?
Everyone's looking. And they're looking for you, too.
A nice house. Near a park. I like to take walks with a stroller.
I'm very happy for you. I mean, you're making a lot of people very, very happy with. I mean, you've got these two projects and then Marvelous Mrs. Maisel. So, you know, Godspeed. You're doing the Lord's work, as I like to say.
Thank you. It has been, you know, I feel like I have consumed more entertainment during this time than maybe ever before. So I'm happy to be able to provide any kind of relief to someone who needs it. So thank you.
I'm Your Woman and Yearly Departed are out right now on Amazon Prime Video. Thank you very much.
Thank you.